here because I've never had to experience this before in your life. I learned the hard way after learning the right way the first time. Do not use acrylic boning. Anything that you find in a store for like $30 at like Walmart or Party City or Fredericks of Hollywood, do not trust it. It is cheap because it has acrylic boning. You can normally tell because when you're feeling it, the boning will be very, very thin. It will be very bendy. It won't have any ridges on the inside. When you're bending a corset, other types of boning do have that flexibility. Spring steel, with a nice, lovely little annoying coils, tends to have that flexibility, but it's not going to bend in such a way that it's going to cause you physical harm. People have gotten lacerations and abrasions from this kind of thing. They've ended up in the hospital because of it. It is not safe, all right, at all.
Bless you.
Are those the only 2 points we have on this?
No.
Brat. Measure your waist to find your size, especially if you're a first timer. Your waist, when you take your tape measure, measure all the way around, look at it. Most corseters will have a sizing chart. I've actually started ordering corsets for this one and a couple of other friends from my seller on eBay. Love Secret Mulch by 8. They have steel boning and it doesn't cost a fortune. It's like $50 for a decent underbust and like $60 for an overbust. It's cheaper than anyone I've ever seen and the quality is good. But again, measure. It will save your life. You do not want to cinch down so small that you are in physical pain. You're not ready for it if it hurts. When you're first starting out, you're going to want to do it for a few hours at a time. So if you're gearing up to start cinching for a costume, I suggest you wear it around your house every now and again to get used to it. Walk around, do some daily things. Mind you, don't bend over like this because it's going to hurt. You're going to want to do the almighty squat.
It's plie.
Really?
Yeah, that's how I get my stuff.
Oh!
I never had to do that, thank you. Anyways, yeah. Moving on to the next point, which is eat before you cinch. Your stomach actually expands when you eat. What? I've actually had people go, well, why do you say eat before you cinch? Why did you ask me that question? Science states, biology, I mean, come on, it's a high school class. Your stomach expands when you eat. You want to eat before you put your corset on, so when you're tightening in, you don't tighten it so tight that you don't feel hungry all day and don't eat.
Yeah,
I've done it. I've lost 20 pounds in a week doing that. Bad idea.
Or you could be like me, you can eat, cinch, and still not be hungry.
Grazing is a wonderful thing when you're in a corset. Have lots of snacks, granola, things like that. Of course, I was the avid fan of the block of Munster cheese and pepperoni with Italian bread, just constantly eating. Renaissance fairs, yay! Oh, your little trick that you knew. The carry extra water for sipping. This is actually a very good point. It's easy to get dehydrated when you're wearing a corset. You lose track of time. Sip water, it helps keep everything full so you don't go, oh, I must be getting smaller or it's getting loose, let me tighten this.
Especially carry extra water because when you're wearing a corset, you're not going to feel yourself sweat between like here and here. So you're not going to realize you're sweating and the corset will actually suck the sweat up. So
It's why I
keep you hydrated.
That's why I have power washed corsets outside. You can't throw them in the washing machine, it just now, let me get the roof while I'm at it.
You have a question?
Well, it's not a question, more of a comment. I always make sure I have 2 layers of cloth between my skin and the corset to try to absorb some of the sweat so it doesn't ruin the corset.
Yes.
I usually wear a tank top on mine.
Tank top. I've used fur, it's cold.
Right now I have a chemise and then a cami on.
Exactly.
Underneath between the corset and me.
Which is what you want to do, because it prevents the costume piece that's on top of the cami from getting damaged and all this lovely stuff. Because sweat's a wonderful thing and does horrible things to our costumes. I would know, I've worn all white before. Druid.
So I guess you were all white.
Proper lacing.
Sorry, I left it up in the hotel room.
Ooh.
I hate you.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
Alright, proper lacing. I know you know how to lace yourself because you're currently wearing a corset. Proper lacing. When you're doing a corset on your own time, you don't have somebody lacing you up, you're going to want to lace the points of your laces from top to the center, bottom to the center. That way you'll be able to pull evenly. It makes it a lot easier when you got two laces or bunny rabbit ears.
Do not lace it like a shoe.
Not unless somebody is lacing for you.
The reason why is because when you lace down, if you want to lace, so you actually make up an hourglass with the lacings. If you're not making that hourglass shape, if you're going to be cinched incorrectly, it can cause pain. And when I say pain, I mean a lot of pain. It can cause you to be unable to breathe, or it can actually cause skin lesions if it's not done right. So,
I had that one time, you didn't let me lace again, you had somebody else do it, next thing we know you're covered in bruises and rashes. Just bruises. Mostly bruises. Mostly bruises.
black and blue.
Ow.
Ow! Okay. It's so pretty!
Also, look at your corset, see what style you want, see what style you need. You'll have ones that sit under the bust, ones that sit over the bust. Depending on the cost per style, you might want a sweetheart, or you might want a flat top.
So many corsets, so many.
Also, when you look into it, there are some that actually sit lower on your hip as well. Make sure you check all of them to make sure you get the right style for yourself.
Exactly.
And there is a difference between an over corset and an under corset.
Especially when you're looking at historical references versus Renaissance, medieval, or Victorian. They're all shaped and cut differently because of the different fashions and what they were looking for in that particular time period.
Usually if they're really lacy and frilly and floofy all over the place, usually something you wear over to show off. If it's kind of plain and bland, usually something you put on underneath. So, usually.
Questions, comments, concerns? Nope. Alrighty. My other favorite one. Alrighty, kids. Do not use duct tape. Anyone like to guess why?
Let's see.
I love the reaction I'm getting. Alright.
Well,
I'm sure you're all aware.
you know, I hate to say this, but I've had a bad experience with duct tape.
From Ronan Kenshin's bandages as white duct tape directly on skin.
I actually have.
I don't know why they did it. I didn't do it, but they were very sorry.
Yeah.
I actually have one too, a very bad one. A buddy of mine, he lost his pant leg, so to speak, and he decided it would be a good thing to have his wife duct tape the pant leg.
No.
Problem being is, when he went to pull said duct tape off, yeah, he ended up taking hair off his legs at the same time.
Duct tape is extremely dangerous to use with on-skin contact, primarily because of the chemicals in the adhesive. It can cause skin irritation, some people can have allergic reactions. You're ripping flesh off your body, you're ripping hair out of the follicle, all sorts of fun stuff, not to mention how this tender.
Yeah.
Obviously, being like when you're playing with it or working with it for costume purposes, obviously having it stuck on you ain't gonna be the worst thing ever.
Especially if it's an accident, it's just if you're intentionally using it to wrap yourself for hours and hours. I guess this. You don't use ace bandages. Now the reason why we say that you do not want to use ace bandages is because the pressure with ace bandages is extremely uneven. This has been known to cause multiple health problems. And because of the uneven pressure, they're starting to do research into it as one of the reasons for breast cancer in transgender individuals. Don't do it. It hurts. There's no safe way to do it as far as I'm concerned. just know. Medical tape. Now, people use medical tape to just fully bind. It's one thing if you use medical tape to open chest bind, and you've got fabric or cotton trying to cover certain parts to make sure nothing goes out, but never use it to fully bind. Again, like the ace bandages, it is uneven, it is dangerous, and in long periods of time, it will either pop or just irritate your skin. Binders are your friend. There are a couple of places you can go for binders. Underworks, I'm not a fan of Underworks. I have an Underworks binder, it's crap. For me anyways, the material and I don't get along. For a softer binder, you can go to GC2B, I think it was? GC2B.com. Standard binder sizes are like $35, $36 for anything on the plus size. Very well made, very soft, very comfortable. Way to go. Machine washable too, that's a beautiful feature. I hate it, people are like, no, you need to wash this by hand and hang it up to dry. No, it's supposed to go with my laundry and be done. No, not. All the lovely issues as to why you don't use the three first things I covered. Necrosis of the skin. How many of you know what necrosis of the skin is? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, good. For those of you that don't know, it's a whole lot of pain, rotting, and a lot of hospital trips. It is not good. It is bad. It's basically, it's like having an open cyst that you can't fix yourself. Now multiply it by 10. Yeah.
Ow.
Open sores is standard. You're gonna get that from the ace bandages and all that stuff. On the upside is those can be treated at home. But again, to avoid this, we don't bind with duct tape, ace bandages, or just medical tape. If we want to avoid all the problems, we don't do the thing that we're not supposed to do that's dangerous.
That is what...
This is one of the least damaging and disgusting ones that we can find.
Yeah. This is actually lacerations of under the skin and the start of necrosis on the skin. This was actually a person's foot, and it was caused by an ace bandage being wrapped too tight.
So if you think binding your chest with an ace bandage is safe, look at what it can do to somebody's foot. Okay? If that's just from somebody's foot who was wrapping it because they had a sprain, you don't want to know what could possibly happen around the chest area.
You have a question, Dolly?
Right. A friend of mine had to make a ball gown out of duct tape and chose to apply it straight to the skin, so then it just skid like the
Oh no, Vince is gonna lose his crap.
to get all the duct tape off.
Vince is about to lose it.
Put something directly on my body, duct tape
Vince,
on for
breathe.
clothing, is I'm putting it on to shape it, and I peel off and put another layer on the backside going the other way.
And I thought that you use like saran wrap or something.
Yes.
Yeah, duct tape dummies are a thing they're useful. Ooh, Jack Frost.
He's like, oh, you're
I am real.
Yes!
What? What are your thoughts on using multiple point bras for binding?
Nothing wrong with it.
The
It's
only-
even pressure. The only thing I stress is that you don't go with it small as a tiny ones to rip yourself. Lori.
Do be careful when using a squat bra, only because having the extra layers of the under elastic here will dig in a little bit.
It will,
It's just
hence why I say don't go too tight. If you're gonna layer them, you're gonna wanna do multiple ones, yes, but you're not gonna wanna do too many, and you're not gonna want them to be too small.
Safety.
Yay!
Safety is not just for you, for those around you. When you are doing cosplay and you're going, I'm going to do this character who has a 20-foot wingspan, they never have their wing closed.
as all the other attendees sob in the distance.
Believe me, I have been to cons
down.
where I have been whacked with multiple wings. Not fun.
I have made good friends with stop signs.
Just make sure that whatever costume you're doing, make sure it can stay within kind of a foot off of each of your shoulder. If your cosplay isn't within that one span, see if you can't find a way to make it that way, just for the safety of other people, and not to mention, walking these halls, people walk like this. If I don't see you, you're not there.
Yes.
So if they run into you and break your costume, I didn't see you, you weren't there. It's your fault. Unfortunately. Watch where you're going, obviously. If you
Given the large wingspans and everything else,
If you're doing furry or something that hinders your vision, like the computer monitor girl there,
make somebody with you.
make sure you have a spotter or a handler. They will stand with you, next to you, and they will guide you up and down the halls so you don't die or you don't kill somebody else.
Yay!
I was doing a character named Sizer. It's a very unknown anime. Love it though. I had a 12-foot wingspan that folded down behind me. And I still had someone walking behind me and spotting to make sure no one ran into me.
We should have a 12-foot tray and you kept picking up when people kept stepping on you and carrying it.
Keep your props in front of you, especially large ones. Mostly because I know a lot of people that have like this knife from Soul Eater and they'll just do this on the shoulder. That's fine and dandy, but make sure your blade is doing this, coming forward. Because when it falls back, someone will walk by and it'll snap right off the back.
Or my favorite, when they turn and they whack you upside the head with it. Or Shizuo's stop sign, which I also made good friends with.
Yep. I've been hit with stop signs and
And it was on a metal pole that year.
I was there when he got hit with it.
Fun time in the dealer's room, folks.
Or better yet, when people are walking down the hall and they're carrying a pole, like almost like a limbo stick, and you nearly get your head taken off.
And you're just attendees quietly crying in the background.
Yep. Damn.
Weather is your friend. Dress appropriately for the weather. And then you will not have to worry about dying of heat and or cold. Thermals. Thermals are fantastic and they're cheap at Walmart. I wish I could have found mine. I could have used them yesterday. Fairy. Black and purple fairy walking around. Yeah, that was me. I didn't think. I went, I built this for a Renaissance fair in May. This is all cotton. And the wind is going through it. I was kicking myself in the night. And I didn't have to walk outside.
Always listen to your body. I kid you not. When you're walking around, pay attention to your body. If you feel something that seems a little off, and I mean the slightest little thing, if it feels off,
Sit down, figure out what's wrong.
exactly. 9 times out of 10, a lot of times it's you need water.
Do as we say, not as we do. Don't be the professional morons that we are.
So if you're walking around and something feels off, literally sit, drink some water, see if it goes away. If it doesn't, eat something. If it still doesn't, I kid you not, if it's getting worse, go to the medical office in the Sheraton, make sure you're okay. Because the last thing you need to be doing is going, I'm having a great time, and then hitting the floor and being carried out by the ambulance.
I'm pretty sure the guys in Operation Hammond don't want to go, we need an ambulance. I'm pretty sure they'd rather just sit you down and go, here's some water, here's some crackers.
Thank you. High intention deals with this. Sorry.
The guys in Operation Hammond would be
They'd rather you go to them going, I don't feel well, than to have to come running from there all of you with a gurney. So,
Exactly.
but
And it's better for everyone, including yourself at that point.
And 9 times out of 10, they have pretty much everything to take care of everything.
Exactly.
if you think it's a bad idea,
It probably is.
I was wondering when that one was gonna come.
You know, I probably shouldn't do this, but I'm going to do it anyways because because I'm getting old and why the heck not? Yeah, if that's passing through your head, don't be me. Because I've done some stupid stuff, such as falling out of a tree. Don't do it.
It's not fun.
If you're doing a character and they do like something stupid, you're like, I'm gonna do this. Might be a bad idea.
Shut the camera. Is this recording?
Always think before you act.
Just
Because
this.
it would be the difference of
Thank you.
having a good
I heard you
time
shut it, go
and
click.
then not having a good time.
Oh.
I wouldn't really call that
Okay.
I would call that having a mild panic attack.
Yeah,
Like, what's wrong
same
with
thing
me?
after a while.
No!
But lots of just have fun.
Fun.
That's what we're all here for.
We're here to have fun. We're here to enjoy the con. We're here to be geeks together.
If you're not having fun, there's something wrong. And
Exactly.
if you think you can't have fun with being safe, then there's something wrong. Because you can always be safe and have fun at the same time. It's one of the things Anime Boston stresses, especially with the games and Masquerade. They go out of their way to make sure you stay safe. As Amy will say, they panic so you don't have to. So, try to stay safe, drink a lot of water this time, and have fun. So,
And with that ends our paneling. Any questions?
questions, comments, concerns? And if you have any cosplay questions, like how to do something, feel free to ask those. We can help.
Now for my costume, basically the belt here, I kind of did a couple of test trainings, like just make sure, just wear it around a couple of times. Is that a good idea, or is that like?
Always test run cosplays. Always test run cosplays.
Always.
Because if you don't test run a cosplay and you put it on, you can find out some places don't exactly fit, right?
Yeah.
Or you'll find out something that is too tight and then you can't wear it. So always try to test run the cosplay beforehand.
With that in mind, also keep in mind that as you're making a cosplay, don't be afraid to try on the pieces as you make it, because in the moment you'll be able to make alterations faster than you would if you go, I made everything! It's finished! I'm gonna put it on! And it doesn't fit. Oops. Alright, anyone else?
Right there.
I have layering color from this white wig. It's not helping.
I found out the hard way that if you wear gloves for the entire con and you forget to take them off, you can possibly go to the hospital, because my hands were sweating so much that I started getting I think they're called like foot rot.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh my God.
Foot on your hand.
Because I thought, oh, go a little cheaper, get plumber gloves from Walmart.
Oh.
Ooh.
Are you familiar with a condition called trench foot?
Yeah.
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 That's that. Yeah, that's why they put ventilations in combat boots. Because trench rot was a thing in World War II?
3.
One.
It was also partially issued too, if I remember.
That's when they started putting the legs in.
Yeah, halfway through. And
Questions, comments, concerns? Back in the corner, back corner. With the guy in the shirt. When I get to sitting up high, I can see everybody.
I was making my cosplay this year, and I had to do some paintwork on it, and I had to seal it with painter's tape, but I noticed it kind of leaked a little bit into where the tape was. I don't know if that was moisture, or if that just was too much kind of tape.
One of the things with tape is you have to be careful. What was the material you were painting on?
It was a plastic tray, essentially.
Yeah, when you work with something like that, I kid you not, this will be hilarious. Run a line of Elmer's glue. Especially if it's a brand new tray, run a line, let it dry, it'll peel, you should be able to peel it right off. Run your paint, peel off, and it should be a straight line. Other than that, use a sponge brush and just carefully make your line. The downside to some painter's tapes are like, oh, great, wonderful seals. No, I don't. I used to work at the paint department of Home Depot. I know the tapes. They're not as good as they claim. Like I said, use a little bit of Elmer's glue for on plastic and such. or just use a thin brush or a sponge brush with a very steady hand.
Thank you.
No problem. Anybody else, questions?
I'm gonna have to change batteries soon. I think I got 2 batteries with me.
Alright.
Come on with the microphone.
The one with the orange hair and then the guy in the back.
Now I do some sewing with this. What do you feel about like using say fishing wire or something like that to like for sewing and stuff?
I make all of my costumes with clear thread, which is pretty much essential if I pound fishing wire.
It is. It's phenomenal.
This one here actually bought a giant spool of fishing thread from Walmart and used it to sew.
Oh, good. So I'm not the only one.
Yeah, I kid you not, 1,000 yards of that, I kid you not, was like what, $2 for you?
Yeah.
And I've got a spool of it, only 300 yards, it cost me $4. Because it said thread and not fishing line.
Bass Pro Shop is different.
Yeah, but it's also easier to kind of.
Like a 2 pound or a 5 pound weight, no more than a 5, goes right through your sewing machine.
Yeah, but for us, it's not really worth making the other like 4-mile trip to friggin' Biggies. Or Walmart.
I think I should mention I did it by hand.
Not bad, it's actually really good use because then you can just go without having to worry about color.
I have 2 different tips. One, if you have to bend a PVC pipe and you don't have a heat gun, the best thing to do is take a bucket of sand, put it in your oven, heat it up, pour it into the PVC pipe, and then over like a 2-hour area, like every 15 minutes, you can slowly bend the PVC pipe around like a bowl or that kind of thing. It's good for bending things. Also, vacuum tape is your friend when you have to put stuff on top of the bowl.
Yes, vacuum tape is amazing. And another way to actually bend PVC pipe, boiling water.
You put the sand inside whatever you're going to bend, and I used a paint bucket, and I bent it, because it was a straight PVC pipe, and I slowly bent it over about like a 2 to 3 hour time, and then it never comes out of that.
You learn something new every day, because I have never been taught.
And then the guy in the way back with the glasses had a question.
Is there any material you would really recommend for making props? Like, I currently work at Home Depot, and
I'm so sorry.
I feel your pain.
it's okay. I think they got better. Because in the past I've used like it had like heavy paper on both sides and then foam in the middle, and then also insulation foam that I just cut off and sanded down into.
The stuff I know you're talking about with the paper, don't use that. It is horrible because it crumbles and falls apart so easily. Usually it comes in pink, the Pink Panther foam board insulation.
Yeah.
Works beautifully.
With some PVC, like, holy cow. I wish you would finish Impa's Blade. I'm sorry.
I actually am making a replica of Impa's Blade from Hyrule Warriors.
It just weighs nothing.
It is proportion size and it probably weighs 5 pounds. And it stands from tip to pummel about 8 feet tall.
Now, how would you reinforce that to like prevent it from breaking?
2-inch foam board. It ain't breaking. 2-inch foam board, you're gonna want a 1-inch drill bit that's about this long. And you're gonna drill a hole into your center, back out, so your PVC pipe can slide about a foot and a half in.
And if you're really worried about something breaking, coat it in latex caulking.
Yep.